Hello everybody and welcome to the Creatrix YouTube channel. I welcome you all in a fresh session of analog electronics. And my dear friends, when I say we are going to learn analog electronics from the very basic, I mean it. We will be learning from the very basic level to the very advanced level along with a lots and lots of questions. So before we do that, let me first introduce myself for my friend who is meeting me for the first time. My dear friends, my name is Ankit Goyal. I got AIR1 twice in GATE in 2014 and 2018. I was awarded the President of India Gold Medal in the year 2013 when I graduated from IIT Indore. Till date, I have trained more than 1 lakh students in the online and the offline classes and presently working as a director at an academy for GATE department. But my dear friends, the reason behind this series is because of the huge demand of analog electronics and the belief that whenever you ask for anything, we are there to deliver. Yes, my dear friends, we are here for you. We are here delivering for you. And when we say it, we'll support you to the very fullest level. And this series will help you crack GATE with the top rank. It will enable EC student to get 12 out of 12 and 5 out of 5 for electrical students. So my dear friends, if you want to learn with us live, then you can join an academy using the code AnkitESE to get an immediate 10% discount. And not only, my dear friend, 10% discount, it also brings you under my guidance so that I can help you do something that I have done. I can at least take you near to this goal. Okay. So if you also dream the same thing, then join me in this journey on an academy subscription using the code AnkitESE. Now, my dear friend, if you like the content that I deliver, you can watch more of my free videos on this URL, tinyurl.com/AnkitESE. Here you will find all my videos arranged subject-wise, chapter-wise, and you will find great content for free. And you are definitely going to love it. You are definitely going to enjoy. It not only includes conceptual videos, but it also includes problem-solving sessions. So just visit this once and you will fall in love with this URL. Don't forget it. It is a lifeline for you. And if you love the content that we are delivering on YouTube, we have created the first ever video book for you guys, where you will find all the videos along with all the notes that we provide arranged subject wise, chapter wise. So now, my dear friends, your dreams are no longer dreams. They are becoming a reality because you are getting a top quality course, well arranged, well structured, and that too for free. So what can be better than that? What can be better than that? Nothing, my dear friends. So we have empowered the dreams of those who earlier used to think that only the person with a huge amount of money can crack GATE with a top rank. No, my dear friends, that is not the case. Even you can do. Even you can do it. But yes, just you need to believe in yourself and visit this link. But remember, this is a case sensitive link, so write this in uppercase. Other than that, if you join plus subscription, you get all the top educators like me teaching you live in daily lectures, along with providing you daily practice paper, weekly quiz, test series, previous year question, practice question, crash course, rank improvement batch, and most importantly, clearing your each and every doubt. So if you join plus subscription, it is an entire world inside it. So you don't have to look outside. Once you enter plus, every need of yours will be taken care of, and we will make your journey as smooth as possible towards that destination of getting under 100, under 10 rank. Believe me, my friend, you leave that strategy part to us. You leave the content part to us. You just work hard and we will make sure that you obtain the top rank in GATE and ESE. And Iconic is a big brother of Plus. Yes, this is a little brother. So Iconic gives you everything that a Plus subscription gives, along with much more. The major part of Iconic is this personal coach, a person dedicated to you on a daily basis to get you the top rank, guiding you, getting your schedule design, making your strategy. Everything that you need to get the top rank is being done by this personal coach. He'll also create a study planner for you, which you can follow blindly and reach your destination with utmost ease. They will be analyzing your test result and tell you where you are lacking, how you can improve. So that way, my dear friend, everybody else will get a standard analysis, but you will get an analysis just tailor-made for you. Along with it, we have included study material additionally, theory and question bank, and soon we'll be introducing interview guidance into this. So this will become a complete package for a student who wants to take that journey from being an average student to sitting into a PSU or a MTech seat. So for them, this journey will be just like driving a Lamborghini to work. So that sort of a experience, that sort of a royal experience we are going to give you. So let's move on to the lecture, and if you want to join Unacademy, just make sure you use the code AnkitESE to get my guidance as well as to get 10% over and above whatever Unacademy offers you. So now let's move on to the lecture, dear friends, and let's see what we have in store for you.
Hi guys, in this lecture we'll continue from where we left off. So first let us see what we covered in the last lecture. In the last video I told you about the second configuration of BJT, which is the common emitter configuration. In this common emitter configuration, first we understood about the saturation mode, which we did not see in common base. In saturation mode, I told you that V gamma of collector base junction was only 0.5 due to light doping, whereas V gamma of emitter base junction was 0.7 volt. That is why VCE in saturation mode was coming out to be 0.2 volt, and I also told you in saturation the electric field opposes the flow of current, so IC saturation is less than beta IB. Then we saw the input characteristics. The input characteristics were a graph between IB and VB. From here we derived the input resistance, which came out to be 1 plus beta Re, which is approximately equal to beta Re. Then we talked about output characteristic, in which we draw the curve between IC versus VCE. Here we found out output resistance that came out to be delta VCE by delta IC, and it was almost 50 to 100 kilo ohm. Then we talked about transfer characteristics. In transfer characteristic we saw IC versus VBE. Here we found out transconductance that came out to be 1 by Re. Again, all these parameters will be used when we talk about the amplifier modeling. So remember these parameters that we have derived so far. So in this video, we'll talk about the last configuration of BJT, which is common collector configuration. So here if you see, first of all, when we talk about common collector, if you see that the input is applied at the base terminal, okay? The input is applied at the base terminal. What about the collector terminal? In this, what happens is we have to connect. This is a transistor NPN. The collector must be reverse bias. So one thing that is mistake here. This will be the emitter terminal, and this will be the polarity of battery like this. That is, the input is connected between base and collector, and the collector terminal positive voltage is connected, and at emitter terminal we have connected the negative voltage. Okay, that should be the connection. This should be VCC. There will be no VCC here. So this circuit I am modifying. There is one mistake in this circuit. This circuit should be somewhat like this. Or you can connect this directly also. No need to connect any resistance here. This will be RB VBB. That is, I have connected a supply between base and collector, and then we will connect a resistance RE, and this will be connected positive here. This will be NPN. So if I take it as ground, then base voltage is positive, So this is the base collector junction, this is the base emitter junction. Okay. So base emitter junction will be forward because base voltage is positive and emitter voltage is negative. So that is how we connect the common collector configuration. Now in common collector configuration, what happens? The input current is IB and the output current is IE. So when we talk about input characteristics, it is a curve between IB versus VCB. When we talk about output characteristic, it is a curve between IE versus VCE. Okay. Now, if you want to draw the curve between IB and VCB, what you have to understand? As VCB increases, we are increasing the reverse bias. If we are increasing the reverse bias, depletion layer will grow. If depletion layer grows, base width will reduce, or you can say base cross section area reduces, and hence current will also reduce. So remember, as you increase the reverse bias, IE and IC increase, but IB always reduces. So IB depends on the collector to base reverse bias. So what happens when we talk about input characteristics? In the input characteristic, this graph will be between IB and VCB, and as you keep on increasing reverse bias, the input current will reduce. Okay. What about output characteristic? Output characteristics, as I have told you, it will be a curve between IC and VC, IE and VC. In common emitter, we plotted a curve between IC versus VC. We know IC is approximately equal to IE. So same sort of curve we'll obtain here, like this. This voltage here will be the saturation voltage, 0.2. This region will be saturation, this region will be active. And these currents will be based on base current. So you can say the base current goes on increasing. Similarly, when we talk about transfer characteristics, there will be two curves, IE versus IB or IE versus VCB. When we talk about IE versus VCB, as you increase VCB, IE will increase. It will be like this. And we saw it is equal to early voltage. Okay. And IE versus IB, IE versus IB will be nothing but a straight line kind of curve. So the characteristics are very simple. The only different characteristic is the input characteristic. Here what you have to understand, due to early effect, when you increase the reverse bias, the base width reduces, and as the base width reduces, base current reduces, but collector and emitter current increases. Now let us compare all the configurations that we have studied so far. So first we talked about common base. Then we talked about common emitter. And at last we have talked about common collector. We have talked about three configurations. So first let us talk about input resistance. Here it was low. Here it is high. Here again it is very low. What about output resistance? In this case it was very high. In common emitter it was high. In common collector it is low. Okay. What about phase shift? In common base we have 0 degree phase shift. In common emitter 180 degree phase shift. In common collector we have 0 degree phase shift. So only common emitter provides 180 degree phase shift or inverting amplifier. What about voltage gain? Voltage gain in common base is high. In common emitter it is moderate. In common collector it is low. Okay. What about current gain? Here it is low. It is moderate, or you can say high. Here also it is high, because here it is beta, here it is 1 plus beta, that is IE by IB. So both are approximately same. So what about power gain? Power gain here is low, here it is high, here it is moderate. And that is why, as I told you, in power amplifier we only make use of common emitter type of configuration, because its power gain is higher than the other two configuration. Okay, so this is all about the configurations that we study in BJT, and now I shall talk about some more basic concepts about BJT. Moving on, so we'll talk about breakdown in common emitter BJT. In common emitter we wrote IC was beta IB plus 1 plus beta ICBO. We wrote this current as beta IB plus ICEO. I told you that this ICEO is more than ICBO. It is due to charge carrier injection from the emitter region, okay, which was not happening in the common base configuration. Now here, as VCE increases, reverse bias across CB junction increases. If this reverse bias increases, then it can cause avalanche breakdown, because collector base junction is lightly doped. So there can only be avalanche breakdown and not the Zener breakdown. So we say if VCE is more than the breakdown voltage required, then avalanche breakdown occurs. Remember, as you increase the collector to emitter voltage, the collector to base reverse bias also increases, and in that case we say that collector current becomes M into ICEO. This M is nothing but multiplication factor, as we saw in common base configuration. What is this multiplication factor? It is 1 by 1 minus VCB by BVCB to the power n. This n lies between 3 and 6. Okay. And the breakdown voltage for collector to emitter configuration or common emitter configuration is less than common base configuration by a factor beta to the power 1 by n. So BVCE is less than BVCB. So remember, in common emitter configuration, breakdown occurs at a lower voltage, but the leakage current is higher in common emitter configuration. So how we will show in both the curves? Okay, BVCE will be less than BVCB, but in common emitter the leakage current will be higher. This is ICEO. In common base the leakage current will be lower, but breakdown occurs at higher voltage. The leakage current here is ICBO. Okay, so remember, in common emitter the breakdown voltage is less, but the leakage current is high. In common base, leakage current is low, but breakdown voltage is high. Next, let us talk about another phenomena in BJT, which is called as secondary breakdown. So the primary breakdown when we talk about BJT is your avalanche breakdown which occurs when we increase the collector base voltage or collector emitter voltage to a high value. Now what is the secondary breakdown? If temperature increases, we know that the reverse saturation current doubles for every 10 degree centigrade rise in temperature. ICBO increases. If ICBO increases, the collector current also increases. In that case, the power dissipation in the transistor, which is VCE into IC. Remember, this is the power dissipation formula for common emitter configuration. VCE into IC will also increase. If power dissipation increases, the temperature further increases, which means this is a regenerative cycle. Regenerative, or you can say self-sustaining cycle, or you can say it will sustain itself. It will keep on increasing the temperature of BJT and BJT gets damaged. Why it gets damaged? Due to very high temperature of the device. So we call it as self-heating property of BJT. Okay. And we also say that BJT has negative temperature coefficient. Okay. Due to this property, negative temperature coefficient means as temperature increases, collector current increases. So the collector current does not decrease but it increases. That means it has negative temperature coefficient. In order to avoid this secondary breakdown or the second breakdown, cooling must be proper. Also, one consequence of this secondary breakdown is no parallel operation. BJTs are generally not connected in parallel due to this second breakdown. Why? Suppose there is some load and BJT is connected in parallel to this load. Then as temperature increases, I1 increases. If I1 increases, I2 will decrease. So the total current after a certain time will be approximately I1, or you can say the entire current will try to flow through the BJT and then BJT will get damaged. That is why BJT is not suited for parallel operation due to this phenomena of second breakdown. So diode only has one breakdown, either Zener breakdown or avalanche breakdown. But in BJT we have avalanche breakdown, which is called as primary breakdown, and we have second breakdown due to increase in temperature of the device. Next, let us talk about BJT derating. Derating means reduction in rating of BJT at high temperature. We know that at high temperature there is a risk of second breakdown. Okay. So that is why when we talk about the manufacturer of the device, the manufacturer of the device has to specify a maximum temperature that can be tolerated, because after that maximum temperature the device will get damaged. So he has to specify the maximum temperature that can be tolerated. Beyond this temperature, power dissipation has to be reduced, because if you don't reduce the power dissipation, then BJT will get heated up, and if it gets heated up, it will get damaged. So above a maximum temperature, you somehow have to reduce the power dissipation in the BJT, otherwise it will permanently get damaged. So that is why when we talk about the power dissipation versus temperature, power dissipation in the transistor versus temperature, it remains constant up to a certain temperature, but after that you have to decrease. So the slope of this is called as derating, which is delta Pt by delta T. Okay. So this is the maximum temperature that the manufacturer specifies. Above this temperature, you have to reduce the power dissipation or your device will get damaged, and this is called as derating. Now when we are talking about heating of the device, we'll talk about thermal equivalent. What is meant by thermal equivalent is modeling heat flow as current flow. That is called as thermal equivalent. How we can model this is, heat always go from high temperature to low temperature. Similarly, the current always go from high voltage to low voltage. So what we do is, we compare electrical and thermal quantities. How? In electrical, the charge here is energy. Okay. Derivative of charge is current, derivative of energy is power. Okay. Here we have voltage. Here we have temperature. Here we have electrical resistance V by I. Here we have thermal resistance delta T by power. So the thermal resistance is in degree centigrade per watt and it is written as theta. Theta is thermal resistance or the resistance to the flow of heat. Its unit is degree centigrade per watt. Thermal resistance is L by sigma A, or we write it as L by Ka, where K is your thermal conductivity. Okay, like in electrical resistance, rho L by A or L by sigma A. Similarly, here the thermal resistance is L by Ka, where K is called as the thermal conductivity. So we model heat flow using electrical circuit. If this is temperature of X, temperature of Y. This is thermal resistance theta xy. And a power P is flowing in the circuit. So we say Tx minus Ty is power into theta xy. Okay. So that is how we apply KVL in terms of thermal circuit. Now what it has to do with BJT? Now let me bring BJT. First I have told you about the concept of this thermal resistance. See, the power loss that is occurring in BJT is occurring along the collector base junction. I told you that the power dissipation is across collector base junction because of reverse biasing. We write power dissipation as VCE into IC. This is across CB junction. So heat is being produced across CB junction and this heat will flow to the device outer casing. Casing means outer covering of the device. So first it generates at junction. Which junction? Collector base junction. Then it flows to the casing C and then it flows to A. A is ambient. Ambient means external atmosphere, which might be air or fluid depending upon whether you are cooling the device through air or by means of certain fluid. But in analog we generally make use of air only, we don't use a fluid. The thermal resistance between junction and case is theta Jc, between case and ambient is theta Ca. The junction temperature Tj, case Tc, ambient Ta. Theta Jc is thermal resistance between junction and case, theta Ca between case and ambient. So you can say if power P is flowing, Tj minus Tc is theta Jc into P, Tc minus Ta, theta Ca into P. and overall if you add both the equations, Tj minus Ta is theta Jc plus theta Ca into P, just like series connection of the resistances. Now here this theta is high, this sum is high, due to which this temperature difference is also high, and due to large temperature of the junction it can cause second breakdown. So what we do is, in order to dissipate the heat, we make use of heat sink. Heat sink is made of metal which can radiate the heat faster. So what we have now is, instead of 2 stages we have 3 stages. First we have junction. Heat flows from junction to case, theta Jc. From case to sink, sink is the heat sink, theta Cs. And then from sink to ambient, theta Sa. So now you will write, since 3 resistances are in series, theta Jc plus theta Cs plus theta Sa. Now you might be thinking, earlier there were only 2 resistances, now there are 3. How can I say it is beneficial? Because theta Cs plus theta Sa is less than theta Ca. See, what happens is, heat sink is made of metal. Metal has good thermal conductivity. That is why the thermal resistance is reduced by means of a heat sink. Also in heat sink, what happens is, area is high and we know the thermal resistance is L by Ka. If thermal conductivity is also high, area is also high, theta is very less. So by introducing a heat sink, we have reduced the thermal resistance. If this thermal resistance is low, the temperature difference would also be low. We consider ambient or atmospheric temperature to be constant. So you can say Tj, or the junction temperature, will be low. So that is why all the devices are mounted on a heat sink, so that the heat generated in a device can be radiated to the atmosphere and device temperature remains constant. Okay, so that is the purpose of thermal equivalent. Moving on to the last basic topic is how we can operate BJT as a diode. Now first of all, why is there a need to operate BJT as a diode? See, when we fabricate integrated circuit, what is integrated circuit actually? It is multiple devices connected together, fabricated on single silicon wafer. That is, we are fabricating or designing all the devices on the same piece of silicon. It is called as integrated circuit. In that, it is difficult to manufacture different devices like BJT, MOSFET, JFET, diode. So we want to fabricate only one device, and if we need a diode, we will operate BJT as a diode. That means on the entire IC, I will fabricate all the BJTs, and if I need a diode, then that BJT has to be connected such that it behaves as a diode. Now, as we have seen, suppose I talk about NPN transistor. As we have seen, BJT is a bijunction transistor. Okay, here we have a PN junction diode. Here we have another PN junction diode. That means if I consider only one junction of a BJT, then we can call it as a diode. So if I redraw this circuit, think like this. This is base, emitter. I am taking a NPN transistor, and this is collector. Now we have 3 terminals and 2 diodes. But what happens if I short circuit this? If I short circuit base and collector, then only one diode remains, in which it is connected between base and emitter. So whenever you see a connection like this, if you see a connection like this, Remember, it is not a BJT but it is the diode. So whenever base and collector are short circuited together, you can say that it is just a diode. And in this diode, you can say IE is IES e to the power VBE by eta Vt minus 1. Okay, that is emitter current will follow the diode equation because emitter base junction is behaving as a diode. So let us summarize what we have learnt in this lecture. First, we talked about common collector configuration, in which I told you input characteristics are between IB versus VCB, which were decaying characteristics like this. Then we saw output characteristics was between IE versus VCE. It was similar to common emitter configuration. Transfer characteristic IE versus VCB, same as common base output characteristic. Then we talked about some other common topics like primary breakdown, in which I told you about avalanche breakdown. Then we saw secondary breakdown, in which the temperature of device keeps on increasing and device gets damaged. Then we saw in order to avoid secondary breakdown, we have to derate the BJT or we have to reduce the power dissipation. Also, I told you power dissipation in common emitter is VCE into IC. Then we saw that we can use heat sink in order to dissipate the heat. I told you about the concept of thermal resistance in this. And at last I told when collector base are shorted, then emitter base junction behaves as a diode. So if you want to use BJT as a diode, then short circuit the collector and the base terminal and the resulting device behaves as a diode between emitter and base. So this we have learnt in the following video. In the next video or the coming videos, we will talk about circuit analysis of BJT, in which we will see DC as well as AC analysis. Okay, so this is all about the basic operation and different configurations of BJT. Thank you.
The lecture that we were providing, and all of you learned something very good. Now is the time to learn about the Unacademy subscription. So as I told the benefits of the Plus subscription at the very beginning, let's go through them very quickly. Live classes you get by the top educators, crash course, rank improvement batch, doubt clearing, weekly quiz, test series, previous year question, practice question, everything in one subscription called as Unacademy Plus. And Iconic is one level higher. It provides you a personal coach who will mentor you on a daily basis, who will guide you on a daily basis, along with providing you study planner, test analysis, study material, and soon enough interview guidance. So if you are looking to join Unacademy, let's see what are the pricing. So my dear friends, before we see the pricing, just see the link. This link will help you crack GATE and ESE with the top rank, because we have created the first ever video book for GATE and ESE for my YouTube family, and you will get the notes as well as the lectures here. Just make sure that you write this link in the uppercase and you will get to the first ever video book for GATE and ESE, and it is nothing but revolutionary. Now let's see the pricing of Plus subscription. So for 12 months the pricing is 3250, but if you apply the code Ankit ESE, it becomes 27225. For 18 months it will be 34650, and for 24 months 39600. Believe me my dear friend, this is the most affordable pricing, and the longer duration subscriptions are more cost effective as compared to shorter duration. Like here it will cost you 1650 per month. Okay, this will be 2000 per month approx. This will be around 2250 per month. Then if you go for Iconic for 12 months, it is 5250 with code Ankit ESE, it becomes 45225, and 2 year subscription becomes 66600. So the choice is your, but take a longer duration subscription for more cost effective solution, and to give GATE and ESE at least 2 times, so that if you once crack GATE, in the next attempt you can even get ESE. And other than that, my friends, you can download the Unacademy Learning app right now, because there we provide live classes for free, test series and live quizzes for free. And once you download it, make sure that you follow this profile. This is my profile, so that whenever I come live, you will get the notification. And this is the Telegram channel for our team. Here you will find all the lecture links, all the lecture files, and all the links for the special classes. Other than that, my friend, my personal Telegram channel also you can join, t.me/gateair1. Here you can get in touch with me and we can take this journey together. Okay. Other than that, we have other YouTube channels like Mechanical, Civil, and Telugu, JEE channel, Computer Science, Gate Question, and Electrical Junction, Pathshala, and GS Terminal. Electrical Junction contains short videos of great concepts. Pathshala provides you animated content. JEE preparation can be done through these two channels, Unacademy SSC JEE and GS Terminal. And you can refer the other channels to the other friends in respective branches so that they can also be benefited. At last, I would like to say, please share, like, and subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel, and not only subscribe, press the bell icon so that you get notified whenever a new video comes. And share these videos among all your college group, among all your friends, so that we can create the first ever revolution of free education in field of GATE and ESE. Thank you to everybody for dedicating time to watching this video. Please move on to the next one as well and take the benefit of all the free content that we are providing. And in case you have completed the series, do make sure you watch the other subjects available on this channel. Thank you.